Moin und willkommen hier wieder zurück bei Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. Ja, beim letzten Mal hat Sophie Langley ja anklingen lassen, dass sie sich mit den Anarchen treffen möchte. Nein, danke, ich möchte kein Java-Update ausführen. Dafür sind wir jetzt hier. Es gibt keinen Rest-Button, witzigerweise. Das heißt, ich kann mich jetzt noch mit einem, glaube ich, treffen, oder zwei vielleicht noch, bevor es losgeht und Sophie sich treffen möchte. Ich wäre ja für D'Angelo.
D'Angelo has a good voice, man. Let's do D'Angelo, pal.
As you make your way up the stairs, you notice that D'Angelo's office is surprisingly quiet. You were half expecting something akin to a scene from The Exorcist, with Sana belching out curses and your companion sprinkling her with, well, whatever it is vampires use for holy water. Garlic water, maybe. What you witnessed instead, as you opened the door, is the picture of serenity. The girl, although still curled up in the corner, is sitting calmly with her eyes fixed on the pages of some pulpy detective novel. She doesn't even register your presence. Sitting behind his desk, D'Angelo seems to be looking over some files, puffing on his usual brand of cigar. Seeing no trace of Larson, you assume he must have gone back to his family. Noticing your presence, the vampire detective leans back in his chair and gives you a tired look.
Hey there, kid. Glad you could make it.
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for the world. I guess is she actually reading? Any luck with Sana? You managed to get anything out of her?
Same old, mumble, omnius non sequitur. But I do know one thing. She might not be all there.
He pats himself on the forehead in an utterly unnecessary attempt to illustrate the point.
But she's not all gone either. I think there's still hope for this girl.
Vielleicht kann uns jetzt Agathon helfen.
Anyway, I've been going over the case files, mulling over our options. Surprise, surprise, they all suck donkey dick. No matter how we go about this, someone gets fucked over. Larson, us. Her, Larson, us.
We have case files? Das ist eigentlich ziemlich cool. What options do we have? Ich bin Ventru. Okay then, lay it on me. What options do we have?
Okay, let's polish this turd. Here's how I see it. 1. We grab Sana and take her to Elysium and make a case for her to Prince Panhard. 2. We got Valerie to back off by feeding her the dirt I got on Larson. 3. We try to get Sana out of the city. Come on, kid. I can hear them thoughts bouncing around your head from over here. Out with it.
Das ist jetzt eine krasse Entscheidung. Darauf wieder einen Schluck, um meine Stimmbänder zu beruhigen. Elysium. Isn't that the death sentence? Ja, höchstwahrscheinlich. What do you have on Larson? Das ist eine gute Frage, aber ich finde Larson eigentlich... Also er wirkt noch ziemlich vernünftig, aber immerhin hat er sie hierher geschleift, ne? Get out of the city and then what? Das frage ich vielleicht. Assuming we can get her out of the city, what makes you think she won't kill again?
Hey, I ain't just gonna let her loose in another state and forget about it. I got some people up north, people I can trust. They might be able to help her. At the very least, keep her safe and make sure she doesn't do anything stupid.
Ja, klingt eigentlich nach dem humanitärsten Weg. What kind of dirt do you have on Larson anyway? Must be some serious shit.
Oh, it is. A few years back, the Second Inquisition led a coordinated assault on New York kindred. Operation Lights Out, they call it.
Da hatte ich doch letztens was von gehört.
Nasty fucking business that was. A lot of good vampires died. Some of them I knew personally. Larson was one of the Inquisition's first targets, but when they got to him, he managed to convince them to spare his life. In exchange, he fed them to the fellow Camarilla member, one Nicky at the shop. Suffice it to say, Nicky didn't make it through the night. Okay, time's a wasting. What do you think we should do?
Letting me decide? Wait, you're letting me make the call?
Look, kid. I've been at it all day, mulling it over, and all I got for my trouble was splitting headache. I just don't know anymore. All I'm asking for is your honest opinion. Just pick one and make a case. Convince me it's the right thing to do, or at least wrong, at least. So one more time, bring the girl to Elysium, trade her life for Larson's, or sneak her out of town. Which one would you go with?
Also Elysium sie ist tot. Ganz einfach. Und wahrscheinlich wird Larson auch noch irgendwie dran gekriegt, weil das ja einer seiner Leute war. Also ist das kein Ding für mich. Larson gegen sie zu tauschen, okay, damit das würde gehen, aber dann wäre sie immer noch in der Stadt, wäre immer noch ein Problem. Das heißt, die letzte Option wäre am besten. Let's try get her out. Maybe we can put her on a train without anyone noticing. Maybe we can get her some help once she's out of harm's way.
That's a lot of maybes. What if we get caught? What if a fit comes over her on the way? What if she gets killed again? You're willing to live with that?
Er hat doch gerade erzählt, dass er Leute kennt, die sich um sie kümmern. Better be. I guess I'd better be.
So be it. Fuck. Do me a favor, kid. Watch her for a few minutes, okay? I gotta make some arrangements, make a few calls.
Ich glaube, lass die Flasche gleich offen. He catches himself, looks at you with an expression of the phoniest of phony guilt.
But not, like, with a phone or anything. 'Cause, you know, that will make me a naughty boy, which I'm clearly not.
He walks out of the office. Through the frost windows, you see him instantly go for his clamshell phone. Screw it. Does it really make a difference at this point? You turn to the girl, who still has her nose in the book. So is that book any good? I don't usually go for this sort of stuff, but it just leaves me cold. She looks up from the book and her eyes glaze over. Cold. A shiver runs down your spine. You decide it's best to leave her to her reading and spend the next few minutes in complete silence. Oh Gott, was ist das für eine... Finally, D'Angelo staggers back into the room.
Alright, I called in a favor with my friends up north. They're sending someone to get Sana once she's out of the city. All we need to do is get her on a train.
He walks over to Sana and crouches beside her. Speaking softly, he takes the book out of her hands and gently strokes her head.
Hey, darling. I need you to listen very carefully. We're gonna go on a little trip, okay? You need to stay quiet and stay close to me. Can you do that?
She squints, trying her best to concentrate, then nods empathetically. Oh God.
Well, alright then.
He turns to you and nods as well.
Look like it's go time.
The nearby metro station serves a good starting point for Sana's getaway. Crowded enough to blend in, but not enough to lose sight of the girl. You can take the escalator and make your way up to the platform. Minutes pass in tense silence as you wait for the train to arrive. Finally, the steel behemoth worms its way into the station. D'Angelo turns to Sana, grabbing her by the shoulders to get her attention.
All right, Sana, listen to me very carefully. This train will get you out of the city. A friend of mine will meet you at the last stop. You know it's him, 'cause he'll say my name. Remember my name?
She squints, trying her best to concentrate. D'Angelo?
Close enough.
Something akin to a smile creeps onto her face. It's as close to happy as you've ever seen her. Gift, not hurt. D'Angelo returns her smile.
You're welcome.
And with that, she walks into the train. She stops for a moment, looks back, and gives you the last look of hope. As she disappears among the other passengers, D'Angelo lets out a grunt of relief. Suddenly, you feel a hand on your shoulder, gentle at first. It quickly turns into a vice grip. You look at D'Angelo and notice a hand on his shoulder as well. Der Sheriff ist überall! Was geht ab?
Don't move a muscle.
Egal, selbst wenn ich Sana warnen würde, er wäre schneller. Opting to play it cool for now, you stay perfectly still. As your muscles relax, so does the grip on your shoulder. There we go, nice and easy. Once again, you look over to D'Angelo. He looks ahead with a pained expression on his face. I'm curious, D'Angelo. How exactly did you think this was gonna play out? You put the girl on the train. She gets picked up by your Chicago friends. Magically gets better and none the wiser, and we all live happy ever after. He tightens his grip on your shoulder and gives you a little shake. At least this one has the excuse of being young and stupid. But you should fucking know better. If you had brought her to me, this would have been over quickly, painlessly. As it stands now, I can't guarantee it. As the wheels of the train start rolling, you notice a familiar silhouette in one of the train windows. Valerie, the scourge, smiles at you. She looks sickeningly eager, like a fox who's found its way to the henhouse. She blows you a kiss as the train rolls its way out of the station. Now then, what am I supposed to do with you? Verantwortung übernehmen? Verantwortung übernehmen? Uns entschuldigen für etwas, was wir eigentlich richtig finden. Die beiden. Das war meine Idee. This is my idea. I accept the consequences. You hear that, D'Angelo? The kid wants to take the fall. You got anything to add?
It's bullshit and you know it.
Oh, I do. But it feels good to make you say it. So here's what's gonna happen. You fucked up. Big time. I'm counting this as a one-time make-or-break strike on both of your records. From now on, I will be keeping an eye on you. If I catch either of you so much as even farting in a way that displeases me, I promise you will not wake up the next night. In the meantime, I fully expect you to make up for this. You're on thin fucking ice, and I want to see some nice twirling and tiptoeing around before I let you back into the firm ground. Limber up, kiddos. You feel the grip on your shoulder loosen. With Kadir's hands no longer in your peripheral vision, you turn back. As one would expect, there is no sign of the sheriff anywhere. Once more you turn to D'Angelo. He remained as he was, looking ahead, staring off into space.
I killed her.
Kadir and Valerie killed her. Give it a rest. If anything, it's we.
Kid, I know you're trying to make me feel better, but it's not really working. I really thought I could save her.
Not really knowing what to say, you lift your hand to pat him on the back. You stop yourself mid-motion. Somehow it doesn't seem like the thing to do. Jetzt gemacht. You leave the station and head back to the Red Hook. On your way, you keep thinking about Sana and whatever now is the exact moment where Valerie brings her final death. It's not a pleasant journey. Slowly, clumsily, you make your way back to the grain terminal. No words are spoken, no bad jokes made, no monologues muttered, and no smiles exchanged. There is only silence and vacant stares. As you head up the stairs to the Angelo's office, you can feel the tension rising. You can tell the moldy sleuth has reached a breaking point. He walks into his office and leans against his cluttered desk. You figure now it's a good time as any to break the silence. Are you gonna be okay? The moment you finish your sentence, the Angelo leans over and sweeps all of his stuff off the desk. Notepads, bits of paper, and what looks like a cheap imitation of an antique lamp. It all comes crashing onto the floor. Doesn't stop there. He grabs a heavy file cabinet and knocks it over. Slowly but surely, the once quiet office turns into a heap of crumpled paper and broken furniture. The tantrum lasts for mere seconds, but as you stand there watching, it feels like forever. Finally, D'Angelo stops and looking up at the ceiling. It's hard to tell if he's had enough, or simply run out of stuff to throw around. As he stands there, slowly regaining composure, one of the objects scattered on the floor catches your eye. It's a small paperback novel, the same you saw Sana reading earlier tonight. It must have landed there while D'Angelo was giving the room a royal thrashing. You pick it up. In huge letters, the title on the cover spells, "The Longest Night and Other Stories." The smaller caption underneath reads, "Another collection of stories from the Gianni D'Angelo saga." What in the actual fuck? You flip it over and are immediately drawn to the picture on the back cover. If not for a lack of flaky skin and distorted features, you'd say the guy looks very familiar. Scheiße, der war Autor von diesem Ding? Man hat sich nach seiner Hauptfigur benannt? Das ist ja mal richtig geil. The name next to the picture, Reginald Finch. Stand there not even knowing where to start. Even in his current state, D'Angelo, or whatever his name is, remains one step ahead of you.
Yeah, that's me in the picture. Reggie fucking Finch. Haven't seen him in a while. Wasn't planning to.
You named yourself after one of your characters?
Afraid it's more than that. I sort of became him. See, Reggie Finch was a pushover, a small-time journalist and a wannabe writer. He would never survive out there among the coteries of New York. Gianni D'Angelo, on the other hand, honestly, it's just sort of happened. Guess it was the only way I could make sense of it all.
Deswegen hat er auch die ganze Zeit narrated, also die Geschichte erzählt. Er hat... Wie geil.
I mean, once you wake up, looking like this, realizing you're alive, and all that you were is gone forever, you can't really blame me for trying to at least make it interesting.
It's okay to be D'Angelo, auf jeden Fall. I guess to some extent, we all put on an act in front of others. We make up characters. Idealized versions of ourselves. It gives us something to live up to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still weird, but it's not that weird. D'Angelo. For a moment he seems to be mulling over what you just told him. Finally, he picks the ashtray up off the floor. Rummaging through the ashes, he finds a mangled, half-finished cigar. He sticks it in his mouth and lightens up, the lightest flame reflecting in his shades. He smiles at you ever so slightly.
Thanks, kid. Tell you what, how about you take the rest of the night off? I need some time to get my shit in order. Starting with this office. Some dumb asshole made one hell of a mess of it.
You smile and nod. He nods back.
I'll be seeing ya.
And so, you leave him off his thoughts. No way to be sure, but you have a feeling. He's gonna be alright. Errungenschaft freigeschaltet. Bye, my lovely. Mit dem Bild von D'Angelo drin. Ich habe so das Gefühl, wir haben D'Angelo's Story jetzt abgeschlossen, vielleicht sogar schon. Ich weiß noch nicht ganz, wie dieses Spiel sich weiter verhält. Das finde ich so ein bisschen interessant. Ich meine, eine Coterie ist für mich ja so ein Zusammenschluss von Leuten. Das heißt, sie kennen sich alle untereinander. Im Moment ist es eher so, ich bin so die Mittelfigur und ich habe so meine Leute, mit denen ich helfe und die mir vielleicht jetzt später auch mal helfen. Und die Hauptgeschichte mit Sophie Langley, die so einen Weg weitergeht, den ich jetzt noch nicht abschätzen kann. Keine Ahnung, was da noch passiert. Und natürlich so ein paar Nebenquests, ne? Wie zum Beispiel hier mit Benoit. Oder hier mit Somebody's Watching Me. Scheinbar gibt es da 3 Parts überall. Ich glaube, beim Nosy Reporter waren es auch 3. Ich glaube, demnächst werde ich diese beiden hier abschließen. Jetzt müssen wir erstmal resten und ich glaube, dann kommt es zu der Nacht, auf die wir alle warten, nämlich dann, wenn es mit Sophie Langleys Geschichte weitergeht. Deswegen würde ich jetzt hier einen Cut machen, auch wenn wir erst 22 Minuten, die Folge erst 22 Minuten lang ist. Von daher seid gespannt aufs nächste Mal. So wie ich auch mit Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ich hoffe, ihr schaltet wieder ein. Bis dann.